So what time is it?
The time is 9:05 a.m.
I need to get up. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Natalia, and today we're doing a get ready with me routine as well as a talk about my weighted journey. So let's wake up. The first thing I always do is put in my contacts. I wear Aqua Comfort Plus dailies. And today I really want to just give you kind of a background on my history with gained and lost weight. God, I'm not good at multitasking. Like what I was like as a kid compared to now and vice versa. Now it's time to make my bed. Alrighty, so my bed is messier than usual, so there's going to be a couple extra steps that I normally don't have to do, but last night I wasn't feeling well. I ate too much for lunch, and since I've lost weight, my stomach says no, and it gets really crampy and agitated, and it just kind of sucks. But normally I eat pretty well, and I don't overdo it. It's quarantine. So I have this extra pillow that I had underneath my regular sleeping pillow. Normally I sleep almost completely flat, and that's just the way I've slept since I was a kid. I use this extra pillow to prop me up so I feel a little better. So I'm going to move that. Alright, and normally I sleep with a middle blanket here, but I didn't last night, so I'm moving this now. Alright, and now I'm just going to redo my whole bed, like really, really nicely. But when I was a kid, I think the biggest thing with weight loss is that, and what weight you end up being at, is your mindset. Not necessarily what weight you're at, but how you think about your body weight and your life in general. When I was a kid, I was like really, really skinny. There's one picture where I'm like, is this even me? Because I was like 10 years old and I was like a rail. And honestly, I think weight wasn't such a problem for me in my childhood, mainly because I didn't give a crap what other people thought. I was just me, and I was happy the way I was. I'm probably blurry right here, but I like doing the bottoms kind of at YouTube military, how to make your bed in the military, because I was hoping, I still hope to go. That's what I'm doing right now. Excuse me, Casper, you're in my way. That's a whole little story which I'll kind of get to towards the end of this. So, back in grade school, I didn't really care what I looked like. I was perfectly happy with the way I was, and I didn't give a crap. It's kind of funny because a lot of people bullied me, but I was kind of oblivious when I was younger. And I saw what was happening to other people more than I saw what was happening to me. I always stood up for my friends that would get made fun of, and then those people would make fun of me, and like I didn't really have any clue. I was friends with I don't know. When I was younger, I lived in a really small town, and like everybody was friends but enemies at the same time. Like, I don't know. I was always the really nice person, even when they made fun of me and they picked on me and stuff. Like, I was completely oblivious to it. I'm doing the other corner. And so they tend to get and so those mean kids kind of got bored with trying to bully me, and they'd move on to someone else, and then I'd stand up for those people, and then they bully me again, and then they got bored, so they go on to someone else. In junior high, I was like friends with all the kids that used to bully me, and we got along great. Alright, so this is the blanket that's in between, and it's a weighted blanket, and I just like feeling like I'm always in a hug, so I bought one. They had these weighted blankets at Steinmart, and I worked there, so I got a big discount. discount. I think their regular price was $65 and I ended up getting it for like 40 or 30. Like it was on sale, and then there was an extra discount if you have their Steinmart credit card, and then my employee discount. So I couldn't pass it up. Like I really wanted this thing. And it's nice when I'm feeling fine, but if I have stomach issues, it puts too much pressure. So that's why I didn't have it on my bed last night. So when I was in junior high was when I started my pageant days. And before that, I was into dance competitions, and singing and dancing and performing. I talked a little bit about I wanted to be in the entertainment industry when I was younger because I danced, I sang, I did pageants, I modeled, I did a whole bunch of different stuff, and it was all my choice. It was something I wanted to do, and my mom's like, yeah, go for it. You know, she paid for the classes, she let me do the different things. And then when I was in high school, late high school, junior year, senior year, I love my mom. I love her to death. But she's like, all this effort that you put into entertainment, into dance, into singing, into stuff, you know that's not a real job. You cannot do that. I put all this time into dance, and I sang in choir every day in my classes in high school, in junior high, and elementary school. I was like frontline choir. And then when I was in junior high, my mom did singing lessons for me, and I would get professional singing lessons. So it's like she paid all this money for dance, for singing, for pageants, to practice my talents and stuff because I really wanted to do this. And then she started saying, no, you're not allowed. That is not a job that you're going to do. And it hurt. Let me go on to the next layer. Now my bread spread. I'm probably out of focus for half of this video. I'm sorry. Because I'm moving around so much. And then on top of her saying that all this effort that I put into singing and dancing was basically for nothing. I promise you, I love my mom. She then started in at me, but I want to say my sophomore year of high school, maybe even my freshman year, my mom started picking at me about my weight. You know, she started saying, oh, you don't win overall because of your weight. No, I didn't win in pageant, and I really want to say, no, I didn't win overall, not because of my weight, but because I was a brown hair, brown eye teenager, and everybody that normally won pageants was blonde hair, blue eye. It's a fact. I didn't really care. I just had a ton of fun when I was doing pageants. I got to practice my talents. I got to meet new people. I had overnight sleepovers almost every weekend because we were going to pageants and we were meeting people and we were staying with friends in different hotel rooms. It's like every single weekend I was having a sleepover with friends and dressing up and putting on makeup and just being like a super girly girl, because when I was in school, I was more of a tomboy. I wore pants and, baggy clothes, and I just liked the weekends were my glamour time, and days were my let's just get through the week, have fun with friends, and be comfortable time. The footage of this portion got messed up, i.e. the focus went super blurry and I rambled way too much. But, long story short, my mom continued to blame my weight for not winning Super Ultimate Supreme and consistently told me to lose weight. At the time, I was 5'10" and 175 pounds. General goal weight is 155 to 160. I was slightly overweight, but not hugely. I quit pageants during my senior year of high school solely because my mom got more upset than I did when I did not win. And she consistently blamed me for being overweight. This was the beginning of my weight gain. Alrighty, so now I'm just getting ready. I'm planning on going for a walk and then breakfast, and then I'm going to do my makeup after that and get ready for the day. So the first thing I'm going to do is cleanse. So I started gaining weight after high school. By the time that we moved to Florida in 2005, I was pushing like 210 pounds. I still did modeling. I was like plus size. We did some movies. I went with the talent agent when we first moved here because that's still something I wanted to do. I went to community college. I went to community college right out of high school because my grades weren't like super fabulous, and my mom, I love my mom, I really, really do, but yeah, she's like, your grades aren't as good as your brother's, so you're not going to go to college. Next, I'm going to use toner. I really do like this car toner that I got in the Laura Beauty box. I like this brand a lot, and the easiest way I found to use the toner is just to drip it, just because the way that the opening is, it's just easier to just kind of pour it into your hand and then move it on your face. I ended up getting my associate's degree and my bachelor's degree living at home, and the main reason I didn't move out here in Florida is because my mom, she didn't want me to be with people she didn't know. Because the only way I would be able to live on my own outside of the house is to have roommates. And she wasn't happy with it. The entire time, my mom would always comment on my weight. So, because she wanted me to lose weight, I kept gaining. And by the time that I ended up graduating with my bachelor's degree and deciding to move to California, I was somewhere around the 300 range. I tend to gain so much and then I get stalled and I stay there for a while and then I either lose or I gain. And it was like basically I went from 175 to 210 and then from 210 to 250. And I was there for like a couple of years and then I gained another 50 pounds and I was around 300. And I was like 300 pounds for several years. So I'm done with my face. Let's go get dressed. So I can't remember if I said this in this video before or not, but it's all about mindset. And I did try to lose weight throughout my 20s several times. I was always doing it for the wrong reasons. And my mindset was I hated the way I looked. I want to look better so I can feel better. And that's very vain, and I'm not really sure if it's in my personality or if it's in my overall general feeling. I'm, I'm not 100% sure, but wanting to look better so I could feel better was never going to work for me. It just did not work for me at all. Okay, I've changed my pants. The biggest thing with weight loss is you have to be ready for it when you are. And I just wasn't ready for it. That's all I can gather from my experience is that I just was not ready for it for the longest time. I can't say it was when I moved to California because it wasn't. It was literally after I came home from California. I moved to California in the fall of 2017 and I came home in March of 2019. And the entire time I was in California, I was around the 300-pound mark. I was fine. I was happy. I enjoyed life. Sure, I could lose weight, but the biggest thing was that I was having trouble finding clothes for the size that I was at that time. And I always felt like I was buying frumpy stuff, like stuff for like 50-year-olds. I had this two-piece tunic top that was super comfortable, velvet pants, and the top was like velvet up here, and then it was just this long thing. It looked cute, but I felt like it was something my 55-year-old coworker would wear, and yeah, she had the same outfit, just in a different color. But at that time, I was kind of like, I don't care what I look like. I don't care if I felt good or if I felt bad. I wanted to get on with my life and do what I wanted to do, and that's what I was doing. Alrighty, so I am ready for my walk. I bought this cami on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description if it's still there. I bought it like 3 years ago. I got these leggings, which are super cute. They have the flowers and stuff on them. And I got it at CVS, surprisingly. They have really, really nice leggings. The brand is called Libby's. It used to be Win-Win. They changed the name, changed the brand so they could come out with them again. These things are only $7, $6.99. They're great. This sports bra is from Target. If I can find a link, I'll put it in the description as well. That's all my clothes that I'm wearing. I got underwear from Target, but you ain't seen those. The entire time that I was in California, like I said, I didn't really care what I looked like. I just wish I found clothes that made me feel better, that didn't make me feel like I was old. Because I think I was 31 and I lived there until I was 33. I literally turned 33 the day I was driving home. That was fun. Alrighty, so I'm on my walk for the day. They're painting the houses back there, my house. So we're getting a new color, yay! Anyway, back to what I was talking about. So it's not like I wanted to leave California, but things just happened and I had to come back home. So I'm back living with my mom. She didn't really, she was kind of like, you're living your own life now. You can do whatever you want. And if you want to be heavy, you can. If you don't have to. My mom was just kind of like, you're living your own life. I'm not going to say anything anymore. And I was perfectly happy with that. And the biggest thing is that I knew I wanted to feel better. I wanted to look better. And it didn't mean that I had to lose weight to do that. It meant I needed to find the right clothing. I needed to find the right style, so I could feel better about myself at any weight. And I did. I ended up buying 2 really cute outfits, one from Torrid, the other from Lane Bryant, and they just made me feel so good. I'm sorry if this is really shaky. And it wasn't until about a month, maybe 6 weeks later, that a comment online from one of my cousins saying about something most of our entire family did, which was be in the military. My grandfather was in the Navy, my dad was in the Navy, my mom was in the Army. Her grandfather, my uncle, was in the Navy. He was also in the Army. There are so many people that were in the military, and she was saying the military thrives on poor kids that have no other options, and it screws them over. I was very mad at that, and I was like, the military was always something that I've wanted to do for years. Sorry everyone, had to take a little break. I finished my walk and then I made breakfast. I couldn't film downstairs because a lot of stuff is going on between the painting outside, my dog, my mom, all that good stuff. So I just made my breakfast and came upstairs. Here's, as you can see, the picture of it. So I had a croissant and turkey little breakfast sandwiches with some maple syrup, some bananas, and frozen grapes. So good. Definitely better on my stomach. And then I had a full bottle of water and a little kombucha shot, very berry. It's supposed to help with your digestion. And I bought it like a week ago to try, and today was the perfect day to try it. And whew, this stuff, like, it's a shot, so you're supposed to drink the whole thing. I can never do like a real shot, so I drank it like in 4 different sips, and the second one I was coughing, but it was good. And I actually, my stomach does feel better right now, so hey, it works. So the last thing that we're going to do today is my makeup, and I'm going to finish that talk I was having with you outside. Well, long story short, I decided I want to join the military. So I looked at the requirements, age requirement, weight requirement, all that type of stuff. I was like, yeah, sure, I can do it. Like, it didn't matter. My mindset had already changed. It was already telling me that it didn't matter what weight I was at, I was happy. And that is the most important thing. And so gaining or losing weight was no longer a factor in my happiness. It was instead just an obstacle to get past. And I have always hit obstacles head on. So honestly, if anybody tells me that I can't do something, I will do it. I'll be past y'all. Whatever. There's only one person that can tell me I can't do something, and I listen to that, and it may take me years and years and years for me to actually succeed in doing that one thing they told me, and that's my mom. I hate that part of our relationship. Either what she tells me something I can't do and I won't do it. She tells me something I should do and I do the opposite. And I just hate that part of our relationship. When we're just hanging out, having fun, going to the movies, going to the mall and stuff like that, I love our relationship. We have a great banter. We enjoy each other's company and I love her to death. But when it comes to things I want to do in life and things I should do in life, that part just does not mix. And let me get started on my makeup because I was outside and doing stuff. I did come back. I cleansed my face and re-moisturized, and I put on some sunscreen again because we might be going to the store later today. I don't know. But we might go outside. So I put some sunscreen on again. I put primer on, and now I'm going to start with my foundation. As always, I'm using the Anastasia Luminous Foundation. Alrighty, I did foundation. I got a little off topic, and so I ended up doing my foundation, re-talking about something I already talked about for this video. So here's the foundation. Now I'm going to talk about what I was going to say next. I kind of got off track, sorry. And now I'm doing my concealer, and the whole thing is that weight loss it's not something that's totally out of my reach now. Before, it wasn't just an obstacle. It was dealing with other things that was going on in my life, and I needed space. And now that I had that space, I got my headspace in the right place. It was a different type of obstacle that didn't have one particular barrier that was sitting in my way. And I love you, Mom, but that was you. Her comments didn't bother me as much as they did before. So when she said, oh good, you're losing weight, you needed to do that, it didn't affect me like it would before. And I was doing this for me, not for someone else. That's a big thing. If you want to lose weight, you have to do it for you. It can't be because your husband wants you to lose weight. It can't be because your mother wants you to lose weight. It can't be because you hate yourself and you want to lose weight. It has to be because you love yourself no matter what and you want to lose weight. And for me, I also had to have a bigger mission, which is where the military came in. It's knowing that if I lost weight, I could serve my community and my country in a completely different way. It gave me the true motivation to continue to want to lose weight. Right, concealer is done, and now I'm going on to my powder, and that was super important to me. That has always been something that I really want to be able to do in life, is somehow, some way serve others in an extraordinary way, whether that's through the military or through providing a service or working for an agency, working for the state, the county, Something along those lines. And I had already started applying to more department type jobs. I applied to the Department of Social Security when I was living in California. That's a whole nother thing. I'll put that in a separate video in like a few weeks because that was a situation. And I also applied for county jobs when I was in California, and I just didn't feel like I could do the military until a few months later after I moved back to Florida. And I really looked into it because I was like, oh yeah, there's some stuff, but I could never lose the weight. And it was that change in my mindset that set me in the direction I really needed to go. And my battery is dying, so one moment. Right, we back? We back. Okay, I had that change in my mindset that I really felt like I can join the military, and weight loss wasn't as big of a deal as I had made it out to be in the past. I'm just doing my powder real fast. And next I'm going to do my eyebrows. Anyway, I am where I'm supposed to be. I decided I wanted to join the Air Force, and so I've been working on losing the weight. I will do smaller videos talking about like each little step that I took, especially my very first step, the first 2 weeks. That was definitely a game changer, and that video will be coming soon. So look forward to it, subscribe so you get a notification when that video goes up. And yeah, I decided I wanted to join the Air Force. I've lost 80 pounds since May of 2019. And a lot of the beginning began with a mindset change. And that's hugely where it's at. I still need to lose about 20 pounds to be at like the max weight for the Air Force, but I have talked to a recruiter. I decided that since I do have my bachelor's degree that I would like to go in as an officer, and so I'm waiting to see what the jobs are in October. They sent me a list of jobs that were available that I could like right now go in. But I do need that extra time to still lose some more weight. And the jobs that were available weren't in my scope of expertise. I will probably wait another year to see if any jobs open up before I go in as enlisted. And during that time, I'm still applying to county, state, city type jobs that admittedly, if I do get in, I will forego joining the military because I'll be serving in a different capacity that I know I'll really enjoy. Let's get to those brows. Okay, so there's my brows, and there's a lot of commotion going on now there, so sorry if you hear my mom and my brother like yapping. My weight loss is not put on pause because I have to wait or anything. I'm still working on it. It's just the holidays kind of screwed me up, and that's why I haven't lost weight in like I've lost light amounts of weight. I hit that plateau that you hit at about 70 pounds, and I'm still trying to beat past that, which is why I'm only, since November of 2019 till now, I've only lost about 10 pounds, and I keep like inching up, inching down, like it not. Weight loss, your body weight, just in general, it's one of those things. I realize like my hairline is totally ready. So there's the bronzer, and now I'm going to work on my eyes. We're just going to zoom through the rest of it. Alrighty, so I finished the rest of my look with some blush, finished my eyes and the lips. All the items that I used is down in the description below. Links, if it's possible. I used some slightly older makeup. Let me get that one. This is the one that I don't think I'll be able to find a link for, but I might. It's the Revlon Photoready Pop Art 535, and it has this really pretty green that I used, and then I used the Norvina Volume 3 C1 for this gold color in the inner eye and just a little bit underneath, and then I used that green for the under eye as well with a little bit from the e.l.f. palette, the color Summer that I have. And then I used the Morphe blush palette, and I used the Alien Eyes highlighter. Gave it kind of a green sheen. It's kind of pretty. I kind of really like this look. I went green for the military, for the army. Yeah. So that is everything. Let me go change real fast because we're heading to the store. I'll be right back. Alrighty everyone, so this is the finished look. Go with my green eyes today. I got my green shirt and that cute little sandal, and it all matches well together. I'm not hugely thrilled with my hair, but I'm just gonna let it go. We're just going to the grocery store to get a couple of essentials. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. If you want to see more, definitely subscribe, hit that bell notification to hear more about my weight loss journey, different things that definitely deserve more time on their own. In the next few weeks, I'll probably talk about how I started my weight loss journey, not necessarily the whys, but hows. And I think that's really important as well. And we'll also go over like different things I did to keep the weight loss throughout this time, and how I've been dealing with like the hiatus plateau that's been happening since the holidays. Always fun. If you guys want to see more, like I said, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I always try to upload on Sunday and usually sometime in the middle slash end of the work week. So Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, somewhere in there I'll post a second video like today. Hopefully this is on Wednesday. If not, it's on Thursday morning. We shall see. I think it's going to be Thursday morning because I did say good morning in the morning. So it's not up on Wednesday morning. It's going to be up on Thursday morning. Alrighty, you guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye! And I have always hit obstacles head on. It was just like, I go back to grade school. I used to be very flippant about homework. I didn't do it when I was in elementary school, and it was like the 6th grade field trip to the park to spend the entire day doing absolutely nothing but hanging out and having fun. I wanted to go, but they said all your homework has to be done and you haven't done any for like 3 months. And I'm like, that's fine, I'll finish it. And they're like, you have less than 2 days. And I'm like, that's fine, I'll do it. And I did. I finished every assignment that I had to do. I finished it like literally 5 minutes before we had to leave. I finished my last assignment and I went on that field trip. So when people tell me I can't do something, I'm able to do it.